Well, good evening. Arteta vocalizes Arsenal's West Ham threat. You know, he has gone ahead to obviously tell us exactly what threat West Ham are really going to bring. Then he has talked about the way West Ham is really doing and how he has gone ahead to be in the Premier League as a manager for very many years. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. This is the Arsenal News Show, breaking down a little bit of what Mikel Arteta had to say into his presser as they took on the mantle that was obviously told to them by the Premier League to be done before every game. That is what we call the pre-match press conference at London Conley. Arsenal is hosting West Ham tomorrow at the London Conley, and they're obviously going to be doing the needful to see to it that they obviously win that game. I've always gone ahead to tell you that Arsenal needs to win this game of football, and you know why they need to win it. It's because when they win it, they go back on top of the Premier League table, and Man City, I think, is playing today against Everton. You know, they'll be at 37 points if at all they win, meaning that Arsenal will need obviously extend that lead more and more and more. Remember, they are really having 40 points. They win tomorrow, they go to 43, and they'll be topping the Premier League table again. He has also gone ahead and talked about topping the Premier League table and what it means. We thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum, and let's Rafi to rumble. Now, Arteta on West Ham game, he said the following: it's very difficult. They are really a good side, really well coached. It's incredible the success that they had last year. They are again this season showing a lot of consistency. They beat Spurs and Manchester United, and that tells you everything about the difficulty of the game tomorrow. And we are going to be we are going to have to be really good. I really understand exactly what Arteta is talking about. They beat Man United over the weekend. I was really watching that game, but I would like to throw in something that should give Arsenal fans hope. This side of West Ham plays a low block, you know, and they don't open up, you know. And I think if it was Arsenal going out of the London Stadium, I would have gone ahead to say it's going to be a difficult game for Arsenal. But them coming to Emirates, you know, 60,000 fans there, rocking and supporting the 11 players that Mikel Arteta is going to select tomorrow. West Ham don't have a chance. West Ham don't have a chance. I tell you, as any manager, he'll have to say exactly what this guy is saying. And what is this guy saying? I'm talking about Mikel Arteta, that it's going to be a difficult game. Trust me, the Premier League, we all know, no game comes easy. Not until you obviously win it. But we can put on our lenses and really see why has Arsenal gone ahead to be topping the table before match day 19 was played. Talking about Liverpool winning yesterday, Aston Villa being beaten by Man United. It's because of their performances that are really consistent. If you talk about consistent teams in the league, Arsenal is one of those. They are consistent at what they do because the manager has gone ahead to really recruit players that can really unlock the low blocks. That's why I told you that Kai Havertz being out of that game is going to give Trossard a chance to start. And Trossard is going to start in the midfield, and Trossard is one of those players that will ever be used by Mikel Arteta to unlock the low block because he's a press-resistant player. He can find a pass, quick movement, one-touch football, and so on and so forth. So, if I come here and tell you that West Ham have a chance, I'll be a liar. If I come here and tell you that the game is not difficult, I'll be a liar. Though, that is on the side of Mikel Arteta. But on my side, you know, unless otherwise, goals fail to cross the line. Unless otherwise, goals fail to cross the line. But Arsenal is going to destroy West Ham. Trust me, they are going to. Why? West Ham is a team that relies on counter-attacking football. You get? And even last season, West Ham went ahead to lead in the first, I think, 20 minutes of the first 18, 20 minutes of the game. They were in the lead because Benrahma had to score a penalty. But Arsenal bounced back on a high. You remember that very well. So, at Emirates, when you look at teams that really have better defenders like Manchester United, they came in through and really kept it 1-1 for 90 minutes. But in the 6 added minutes, Arsenal was all over them. And you cannot tell me that West Ham defends better than Man United. No way. So, I don't want to come here and lie, but it's going to be a very hard game for West Ham. You know, they're going to have a busy day, and Arteta really has a lot of forces to obviously kill off this game. You get? You saw it even last season when they are playing away at West Ham. It was because of the poor defending of Arsenal that made them lose those 3 points, because the first half ended 2-0 in favor of Arsenal. I think it ended 2-1, you know, in favor of Arsenal. And at the beginning of the second half, Arsenal got a penalty. And guess who missed it? It was Bukayo Saka. Unless you tell me that all those factors are going to come into play, I'll say yes. But remember, one of the most important players of West Ham, known as Declan Rice, is playing for Arsenal. So, I see no way they really get Arsenal out of the ball. One will tell me, but Rokani, do you know that the 2 London derbies that Arsenal have gone ahead to hold at Emirates this season, they've gone ahead to draw 2-2 with Fulham and Tottenham Hotspur? Yeah, I understand. But these managers are totally different. I think Tottenham and Fulham are a team that comes in to obviously put in a shift of really playing what we call an attack-minded game. Fulham rarely packs the bus, you know. They'll also open up and bring you the game. You get? And they're not as compact as West Ham. And West Ham is a team that totally packs the bus and hits you on the brake. You know? Their blueprint is known. And Arteta has gone ahead to unlock such teams a lot at that side. With that quality they are really having, you cannot really see yourself really surviving. Unless otherwise, stuff happens. Arsenal has a 99% chance of winning this game. And West Ham have a 1% chance of winning this game. So, on paper, I see Arsenal really winning this game. And I really understand exactly what Arteta is saying. That's respect, you know. And he just wants to keep his players' heads up there, knowing that this is a very huge side for us to play. Then he commented about David Moyes, the manager of West Ham. He said to be in the league and manage for so long and be more successful than him is not easy. The teams that he's done it at and how he's done it, obviously I know him and I love him a lot, and I'm so grateful for everything that he did for me and the times that we had together. But he's an outstanding manager. He does it in a way that's, in my opinion, very special. He doesn't make too much noise, but what he has accomplished at West Ham is remarkable. So, obviously, David Moyes, respect for him. I think he's one who brought Mikel Arteta in the Premier League as a player at Everton. He also made him the captain of Everton, and Arteta was really one of the sounding names at Everton. With the likes of Pina, the South African, you know, they had very good players, and they really did their best. And David Moyes is respected, but my problem with him is that he has failed to transform as a manager. You know, over the years, we've seen him be the same manager. This is how Everton used to play. You get, pack the bus and hit you on the break with the quality of Mikel Arteta. So that's my problem with him. He has failed to transform to another manager, and that is really a red flag in his career, because why can't he really turn into the manager that everyone really thinks about? He should transform. He should transform. And him transforming is one of those moments that should come in through at a very, 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 very high miracle. It's supposed to be a miracle for him to transform, because at that age, it's hard to see a manager transform. When you look at the likes of Ancelotti, they've gone ahead to transform amidst them being in those years that they are in. He's transforming. He is transformed, but this guy's biggest problem is he failed to transform, and he failed the biggest test of his career. You know, at Manchester United, when Sir Alex Ferguson left, he left him a star-studded squad: Rio Ferdinand, Nemanja Vidic, you know, Ryan Giggs, you know, I think Paul Scholes left, David De Gea, Robin van Persie, Patrice Evra, By that time, Michael Carrick, those players were at their best, and most of them had hit their ceiling and they are really declining. He failed to make huge decisions, and that's when he really failed. So I respect him as a manager, but he's supposed to be managing teams like West Ham. That's why you see teams like Brighton, those teams like Aston Villa cannot really give him a job because they believe he cannot really elevate them to the levels they want. Then Arteta, on if Arsenal learned from being top at this stage last season, he said, I hope so, but we have to prove it every day. And the competition is incredible this season. How difficult it is to win every single game. You see the results and how surprised you get when you see the scores on the app. On your app. It's the beauty of this league. Tomorrow we are going to have to be so good again to beat West Ham and then go to Fulham, and that's the demands of where we are. So Arsenal, even last season at this juncture, they are topping the Premier League. We went to the World Cup when Arsenal are the table leaders. We returned from the World Cup, Arsenal were still table leaders. Arsenal led the table not until I think they lost to Manchester City at Emirates. I remember, though they had I think 2 or 1 game in hand, that Man City are going to have to play more than them. Remember that death of the Queen really went ahead to really sabotage very many games to be played, and Arsenal would have gone ahead to be playing Man City then, and that game was really postponed. So Arsenal had some games in hand, and Man City went ahead to obviously be joint top with Arsenal. So the next weekend, Nottingham Forest lost to Man City, lost to Nottingham Forest, and then Arsenal went ahead to beat Aston Villa. So the gap was really there, and Arteta's gone ahead to let us know that they've gone ahead to learn on really being top of the table. So pressure is huge. They are coming to this game when they are really not in the position they're supposed to be in as far as the position is concerned, because Liverpool went ahead to win yesterday 2-0, and Arsenal is coming in with a lot of pressure. And all what Arteta is going to tell his players, let's go for the first goal. If we go for the first goal and really get in, trust me, no one is really going to stop the side of Arsenal, and they would have gone ahead obviously open it up on a high. You wouldn't like to use a lot of energy, right, when you're getting into games like this. All you need is to see to it that you do the needful and really kill off the game immediately. With the next fixtures coming in through, I think on the 31st, Arsenal is going to play Fulham. Then they play Liverpool. Then we go to the break, of some good days, without playing any game. So that is it. And what are your thoughts about this video that we're going to hit to shoot? Arteta vocalizing West Ham threat to Arsenal players are welcome in the comment section below. And David Moyes, do you respect him or not? I respect him, but I don't think that he's a good manager. Thirdly, what do you make about Arsenal being on top? May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, second video of the day. More is yet to come, and we're going to obviously feed you with the best of the best stories that you guys desire and really want to take onto the next level. Rokani David is my name. The viewers of this channel, I love you, and continue showing us love every day that passes by. Ciao, ciao, my lovelies.